All right, guys. So UFC 290 was sick. A lot of finishes, a lot of crazy under the minute, 30-second finishes in the first round. Very exciting card, but there's really only two things I wanted to talk about. So number one, we got to talk about the best pound for pound fighter in the world right now, Alexander Volkanovski. First and foremost, I'd like to eat my dessert first. So Alexander Volkanovski, Yair Rodriguez. I gotta toot my own horn. If you guys have watched my breakdown on that fight, I predicted it perfectly. I said the route to beating Yair Rodriguez, I mean, it's common sense. You don't want to kickbox with him. You want to take him to the ground. He showed vulnerabilities in the ground game from when he fought Frankie Edgar back in 2017, but still, that is always going to be the route to beat Yair Rodriguez unless you're just another crazy Stephen Wonderboy Thompson in the featherweight division. It just doesn't make sense. And he did exactly that. Alexander Volkanovski, he ate some kicks to the face like it was nothing. He ate a straight right like it was nothing. That's largely credited to how he's always in great shape, essentially, for every fight. So you can't sleep on Alexander Volkanovski, and why would you? He's the best pound for pound. He's the best fighter in the world right now for a reason. And yeah, so he took Yair down, finished him with strikes, exactly what you had to do to beat Yair Rodriguez, and that's exactly what I said he had to do, and that's exactly what he did. So I'm essentially Alexander Volkanovski's head coach if you want to analyze this. But so the real thing I wanted to talk about with Alexander Volkanovski is the fact that the Islam fight's next. I mean, that's the only fight we want to see. I don't know about you guys. I don't know what fight you guys want to see. You guys can comment down below what fight you want to see him fight next. But I want to see him fight Islam next. That's the only fight that should be happening. He has to get surgery, but apparently it's not a crazy serious surgery, so it won't be out too long. Charles Oliveira can't fight Islam in Abu Dhabi. That's coming up. He has to push that back. So Islam either is going to face Volkanovski or he's going to face the winner of Poirier-Gaethje. But we've seen the Poirier-Gaethje against Habib route. Islam's not Habib, but it's still the same style of fight. And I just would rather see Alexander Volkanovski versus Islam Makhachev. That fight was so competitive. That fight was the pinnacle of mixed martial arts. Pound for pound number one against pound for pound number two. You just never see that in the prime of their lives. You never see that, and we got exactly what we wanted to see out of that. We've never seen Islam get dropped, get on his back, and get beat up like that, and drop Alexander Volkanovski. It was an extremely competitive fight, and that's the only thing I want to see. Okay, but if we're talking about the next fight for Volkanovski at 145, there's obviously one man. It's Ilia Topuria. If you guys have been subscribed for a little while now, I said that is the most competitive fight for Volkanovski at 145. That's not really saying much. I still think Volk would win, but Ilia Topuria has got crazy power in his hands, a legit unreal ground game, and that would be an enticing fight because what would Volkanovski do in that fight? Is he taking him down? Is he going to stand up and bang with him, or is he going to mix it up? Probably mix everything up, but that's just the way it is. So that's going to be an exciting fight, but we got to see the Islam Makhachev fight next. That's all I care about.